Hey, what's going on, guys? Imagine finding a $1 bill in your pocket, and when you take a closer look at it, you realize it's not just a regular bill, but a major printing error. And not just any error, this one could potentially be worth a ton of money. I know that sounds pretty crazy, but that's what we talk about on the channel: rare coins and banknotes, as well as a bunch of weird collectibles. Let's get talking about this $1 note. Here's the deal. This 2017 $1 bill looks pretty normal at first, but if you take a closer look at this Federal Reserve note, that's where things get interesting, I think. Instead of the standard green ink that we're all used to, these serial numbers are black. Black serial numbers on a $1 bill equals good value. It looks like a weird mistake, but it's actually a printing error caused by ink contamination during the printing process. It happens when the wrong ink gets mixed into the printing press, leaving an unintended mark on the bill. So in this case, black ink got into the serial numbers, giving it a striking contrast to the usual lighter green. And let me tell you, these mistakes can be worth a ton of money. Now you're probably wondering, how does something like this happen and what is it worth? Well, during the printing process at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, there are several layers involved. So the ink used for serial numbers is supposed to be a specific green color, but sometimes contamination, whether it's leftover black ink or some mix-up, of course, from pesky humans that are on the line producing the currency, this can cause a mismatch. When that happens, you get a bill like this, where the serial numbers come out in black ink instead of green. This isn't the only time we've seen this kind of thing happen, so there are other specimens out there that are also worth good money, and tons of collectors enjoy them as oddities. It's not just about the ink color, it's about the rarity of it happening, though. The more unique the error, the more valuable the bill can become. So let's talk about the value, because I know I said that earlier, and this bad boy's got a good value to it. Interestingly enough, it's ungraded, which means it hasn't gone through any professional evaluation yet, but I'm sure the new buyer is going to do that. But that doesn't stop collectors from paying over $80 for this, which for a dollar bill is great. In fact, the private sale took place at Numisma Club, which is a known organization, and many sales take place through that. This ink contamination error sold for $80. And you're probably thinking, well, $80 for a $1 bill, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Or maybe they should have got it graded. So you can comment what you think about that. But in the world of currency errors, the rarity and uniqueness of the error play a good role in it selling for 80 times the value ungraded. So I look really forward to seeing it in graded form, maybe hitting the auction block again, and we'll see what the difference in value is, and I'll make another video to follow it up whenever that happens. So how can you spot something like this so you can grab one? It's pretty straightforward. You really want to inspect, well, all of your banknotes and all portions of them whenever you're going to look through them. But you'll want to look at the serial numbers, and if they're the wrong color, especially in this case and in most cases of contamination, they're a much darker hue of green, or they're basically black in color instead of green, you might have a similar ink contamination error on your hands, and it could be worth really good money. Now, in my opinion, it would be worth the money to send it off and get graded, and then you would have really good value, in my opinion, kind of regardless of the grade, since it's such a cool error. So there you have it, this 2017 $1 bill with a black serial number instead of a green one due to ink contamination is a great example of how a little mistake can be worth really good money. I really look forward to seeing some articles or whatever on it come out and show us what the grade is if it gets sent off, and if it gets sold, how much did it sell for? If you enjoyed this deep dive into this bill, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you've come across in your coin, banknote, and collectible searches as well. I love hearing about that. I will see you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.